Have you ever seen someone who always complain about his work? But if only he knew that having a job is much better situation than not having a job at all. Because according to the economists, unemployment represents unused resources. Para pakar ekonomi berpendapat bahwa unemployment itu merepresentasikan sumber daya yang tidak terpakai. Orang yang mengalami unemployment disebut unemployed person. Unemployed person is someone who doesn't have a job. Namun sebenarnya istilah unemployment or unemployed person itu sangat kompleks. Orang yang tidak bekerja itu banyak kategorinya. Apa saja? Mari kita simak penjelasannya. Unemployment can be a terrible and wrenching life experience. It's like a serious automobile accident or a messy divorce, whose consequences can be fully understood only by someone who has gone through it. For unemployed individuals and their families, there is the day-to-day financial stress of not knowing where the next paycheck is coming from. For many people, their job is an important part of their self-worth. Bagi banyak orang, menganggap pekerjaan itu adalah bagian dari harga diri mereka. When unemployment separates people from the workforce, it can affect family relationship as well as mental and physical health. Meanwhile, the adult population can be divided into those in the labor force and those out of the labor force. Populasi orang dewasa itu dibagi menjadi dua, yaitu mereka yang masuk ke dalam angkatan kerja dan mereka yang bukan termasuk angkatan kerja. In turn, those in the labor force are divided into employed and unemployed. Employed is someone who currently have a job. Orang yang saat ini mempunyai pekerjaan. Meanwhile, unemployed is someone who doesn't have job right now and is actively looking for a job. Jadi orang yang tidak mempunyai pekerjaan, namun dia aktif mencari pekerjaan. According to Bureau of Labor Statistics, menyatakan bahwa unemployed can be defined as this following criteria. Ada beberapa kriteria yang termasuk dalam unemployed. The first one, if you are 16 years old or older. The second, if you do not have a job. And then, if you have actively looked for work. And also, if you are currently available for work. The second adult population is out of the labor force. Out of the labor force is someone who doesn't have a job right now and is not actively looking for a job. Orang yang tidak punya pekerjaan, namun juga memang tidak ingin mencari kerja. So, he or she is not actively looking for a job. Dia memang tidak mau bekerja. Let's find out other examples by seeing the following cases. Untuk kasus pertama, kita punya Joanna. Joanna doesn't have a job. Of course, she doesn't work. But she also doesn't want to look for work. She decided to be a full-time housewife. Joanna adalah ibu rumah tangga full-time. Dia memang tidak ingin bekerja. So, masuk kategori manakah Joanna? Yes, that is right. Joanna is categorized as out of the labor force. Walaupun tidak bekerja, Joanna bukan unemployed. Karena dia memang tidak ingin bekerja. So, she is included in out of the labor force. And then the next case, kita punya Andrew. Andrew adalah lulusan teknik, and he is supposed to be a technician. Andrew ingin menjadi seorang teknisi, but he hasn't found a job yet. So, he decided to be a part-time worker in a bar. So, which category Andrew belongs to? Andrew masuk kategori yang mana? Pertama, karena Andrew itu masih bekerja, so he is not considered as unemployed. He is employed. Namun, walaupun dia bekerja, tapi Andrew is actively looking for work. Andrew masih mencari pekerjaan yang lain. So, here, Andrew is categorized as underemployed. So, what is underemployed? Underemployed is someone who is working part-time but would like to work full-time. Jadi orang yang saat ini sedang bekerja part-time tapi juga sebenarnya ingin bekerja full-time. Another definition of underemployed is someone who is working in a job for which they are overqualified. Orang yang overqualified dengan pekerjaannya sekarang. For example, tadi itu yang part-time, dia sebenarnya itu bisa mendapatkan pekerjaan yang lebih daripada yang dilakukan sekarang. And then we have unemployment rate, atau tingkat pengangguran. It is the percentage of the nation's labor force that is unemployed, which can be calculated by dividing the number of unemployed people and then the number of labor force people, and then multiply by 100 to find out the percentage. So how about unemployment rate in Indonesia? Berikut adalah data dari statista.com mengenai unemployment rate dari tahun 99 sampai 2020. And it is seen that in Indonesia mengalami kemajuan dalam menekan pengangguran. Untuk data terakhir tahun 2020, it shows that only 4.8% atau 4,8% tingkat penganggurannya. But, can unemployment rate falls to zero? Bisa nggak sih tingkat pengangguran itu turun sampai 0%? Jawabannya adalah tidak. It is almost impossible karena mengingat ada tipe-tipe unemployment yang menyebabkan suatu tingkat pengangguran itu tidak mungkin turun sampai 0%. There are 3 types of unemployment. Ada frictional, cyclical, and structural unemployment. So what are they? The first one is frictional unemployment. Frictional unemployment occurs when people take time to find a job. Jadi, frictional unemployment atau pengangguran friksional itu ketika seseorang yang menganggur karena belum menemukan pekerjaan yang cocok. Biasanya ini terjadi pada mahasiswa yang baru lulus, wisuda gitu kan, belum menemukan pekerjaan yang cocok. Jadi jeda ketika dia lagi mencari kerja itu bisa disebut frictional unemployment. And then structural unemployment. It refers to a mismatch between the jobs available and the skills level of the unemployed. Jadi contohnya misalkan sekarang itu kan zamannya teknologi ya, karena perusahaan membutuhkan teknologi, maka perusahaan pun akan mengurangi tenaga manusianya. Jadi tenaga manusia yang dikurang itu akhirnya akan menganggur dan itulah disebut structural unemployment. And the last is cyclical unemployment. It happens when the demand for goods and services in an economy decreases. So, it causes forcing company to lay off workers. Jadi, pengangguran ini terjadi ketika permintaan terhadap barang dan jasa itu terjadi penurunan yang sangat drastis, sehingga terpaksa perusahaan memberhentikan para pekerjanya. Well, now you know the English terms of unemployment. Then you can differentiate each type of unemployment that you may face in society.